Welcome to Shopfleet, a new groundbreaking worldwide open market. It isn't just a tech release. It's the start of a new era in business. Welcome to decentralized commerce. This marketplace platform lets you control the terms of selling, to empower the sellers to build your own team of influencers and affiliates. If Shopfleet doesn't have it, find it, claim it, and earn on every future transaction. Shopfleet is powered by a vibrant community of social influencers. Decentralized commerce simplifies choosing between retail stores, online platforms, affiliate programs, and direct sales. Removing the middleman, it unifies each area into one universal conversation and conversation globally. Join Shopfleet now and be a part of our inner circle for an exclusive sneak peek at our dynamic technology. For a limited time, lock in your free position in this exciting new company and invite 5 friends to join us. Once you're in, you'll get 5 invitations to share with your most influential friends. It's time to create income in your spare time and start living your dream. Welcome to Shopfleet, the future of decentralized commerce.
Our simple software as a service is to facilitate not only the uniting of humanity worldwide, but to compound a union of our financial success. Our innovative software doesn't just connect businesses. It fosters collaboration, turning competition into partnership in a global business that never sleeps. We acknowledge and honor the fact that to this day, in all of history, you are one of one. There never has been and never will be anyone as beautiful and unique as you.
Let's do this. We'll get rid of that one. G'day, everyone. All right, so I've got Jade here with me to the right of me today. Dave's off playing around with the kids, and I believe his oldest son has hurt his ankle. Part of life of being as a parent, right?
Absolutely.
So Jade, what are you loving about this whole, Shopfleet affiliate challenge that we've been a part of for this wild ride for the last 20 days?
Oh, I can't believe we're day 20 already. That means there's only 10 days to go, right? Just the active people that are really just jumping in and running with this. They're taking action and they're seeing results. Like we've got Joanne Rolls, who, has brought on a big client and is now earning $300 USD commission.
No, AUD.
AUD, okay, AUD, let's get that right. Every month for the next 6 months. Like, that's awesome. So awesome. Yeah, so just loving it.
Yeah, no, it's good to see people who, have struggled with like the social selling component of it all and just helping them to get the basics and understanding of just demystifying a little bit and focusing on the fundamentals, right? It's why I love what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So let's just talk about that for a couple of minutes. We've still got a minute or two before it's actually 7 o'clock. But why do you love this? Why are you obsessed with this?
Shoply itself, it's different, right? You are so much more in control of everything, and the more people that know about it, the excitement and the people that are coming into the platform are just amazing and bringing those products in. And every single one that I've met has such a purpose behind it. They've got this emotional story of where their products or services or whatever have come from. And that just lights me up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just so beautiful to witness and support those people. It's just love it.
Yeah. Now, I really love the fact that it's not your traditional network marketing company where you're just stuck in and you're selling one sort of product. Like it really is that true collaborative ecosystem. There's something for everybody. Like, we had Owen who signed up as a new affiliate just yesterday because he wanted to be able to help be an affiliate for Amanda's Coach to Success. And not just that, now you can be an affiliate for what we do here for Laptop Lifestyle Dads. You can go be an affiliate for Earth Food or, whatever, right? So you're now given options to put more products on your shelf and you're not just locked into one thing. And, on a personal experience, like I was looking at, Sarah was looking at all of the new vendors that are on Shoply last night. She goes, wow, geez, there's some brilliant products on here now. And I said, well, hey, actually, I've got a bit of inflammation in the back of my head, like I got 3 crushed discs in the back of my neck, for those of you who don't know. And I suffer from a lot of inflammation, like neuralgia type stuff. And, I'm always looking for solutions to be able to handle that inflammation in a healthy, holistic way. And I said, hey, go check out and see if there's any products on there at the moment, just explore new ones to see if there's something there that we can, obviously I need to, find a new product so I can talk about it. So it's multi-purpose. But on the personal note, like what's there to help me to get rid of my inflammation? And so Sarah found the Rebel Lion product. So, I bought that last night and look at now that's actually getting shipped from America. So looking forward to that one come through. And trying the product out and seeing how it works, and then that'll give me the opportunity then to start talking about that. That's what we did with Earth Foods this last few weeks, and I think I've probably brought on 3 or 4 new people who have just wanting to now try an Earth Foods just through that that little testimonial, that little product review, that little video to show people the product in action, and I love that. I saw Sharon Harris do a little video yesterday unboxing Earth Food. It was so cute to watch, right?
I'm so excited about it. Yeah.
It's
and
so
we're
excited.
launching my product tomorrow. Like how awesome is that?
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. So if you haven't registered for our launch party for Shaz's recipes cookbooks, make sure you do. If you need the link to register for that, I'm sure Jade will pop it in the comments below, or just reach out to myself or Jade and we'll support you on that journey. But we'd love to see you on that launch party tomorrow night for Shaz's cookbook recipes. It's I've already ordered mine. I'm waiting for it to arrive. I reckon it'll be here in the next day or so. And my youngest son has ADHD and like he's off the Richter scale with it. I think I do too, to be honest. And we're looking forward to having that bonding experience because I love cooking. And I love following a recipe because it gives us something to focus on, right? Step by step by step. And very excited about that. So, hey, got a little bit of a surprise for you, Jade. Before we wrap up today's call, I'll bring you back in about probably 25 minutes. But I'm going to talk about our new recipe, our new framework for what we're going to focus on with the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. I'm always looking to up level. So let's rock and roll. All right, let's get into today's masterclass, Jade. I'll bring you back and we'll wrap up later on. And g'day, Paula Marie from Melbourne. Thank you very much for tuning in. And that's good. Like, let us know where you're tuning in from around the globe. It's 7 a.m. or just over 7 a.m. here on Wednesday, the 2nd of April. So, we've had all our April Fool's jokes out of the way. I think I got a few people with mine trying to push the button to see more. I know Jade was one of those who fell for it, and I believe Rachel from Shoply fell for it as well. But it's all good fun, right? All right, April jokes are out of the way. pranks are out of the way. Let's get into, teaching the fundamentals around how to become an affiliate, an ambassador, influencer, whatever term that you want to throw out there, right? And so what we're talking about social selling. We've been talking about mastering AI. We've been talking about sales 101, relationship building, connection, building trust, building influence, which is leadership 101, right? So people buy from those who feel that understand them. And I want to talk to you today about mirroring and matching that energy, so then you can multiply and meet people where they're at. We're going to talk about DISC. If you've never heard about DISC, it's a personality profiling. There's no right or wrong about it. It's just how we're wired, and understanding how we're wired and understanding how others are wired helps us to match and mirror that energy. And because people buy from people who are like them, and so part of this whole journey, right, is about making sure that we're here to help them, not harm them. We're here to help them make them feel good, not icky and creepy. And we're here to help them create a simple path forward to, get rid of the confusion. Because what does a confused mind do? Takes no action, right? But we need to tick those boxes in that order. And part of this whole making them feel good is to mirror people, is to match people, because we buy from people who are like us. Nobody likes being sold to, but we all love to buy. So, we've been talking about prospecting. We've been talking about rapport building. We've been talking about starting and qualifying questions. Today, I want to give you a new tool, or help you to understand this tool in a bit of a different angle. Like Jim Quick says, when you come to every masterclass, doesn't matter if you've heard this 1,000 times, come to these masterclasses for getting everything you know, because then you're going to come with an open mind and an open heart. And this thing works like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So let's jump in and let's get into today's teaching and why this works. So mirroring, let's talk about that. So it's about matching people's energy, mirroring their energy and their tonality, their body language, right? So when people lean in, you lean in, because it shows that you're genuinely listening and you're genuinely curious. Now, if people are back like this and you want them to lean in, well, then you lean in and get genuinely curious, and they will start to mirror your energy. There's an art form to this, and it's understanding when you get into conversation. It's all about connection and magnetism and all of that sort of thing. I'm just going to give you the surface level training today. But mirroring, subtly reflecting someone's energy, tone, pace, and communication style. If you're talking to someone who likes to talk quietly and it's all, a little bit introverted, and their body language is a little bit like this, and they're very caring and very sensitive and all that sort of thing, well, I will slow my energy down, because I know my energy can be quite high and in your face when you first meet me, and if that's you. So I'll meet you where you're at. I'm still not going to come down to your level. I'm going to come down a couple of notches to be able to help you feel seen, to help you feel safe, and to help you to feel understood fast. We can do that through our body language. We can do that through our tonality and our, how we respond and react to, listening, right? People have, often said to me, Jeff, like, you're either a really great listener or you're not. There's no in between with you. And that is true, because then when I'm present and I'm in my heart, then I understand how to really tap into this space and meet you where you're at and slow down, or meet your pace and energy. Like, I know that I've got a good friend, Catchy, right? Catchy's a high I type on this personality, right? And I'm going to talk about the different types. But, a high energy, you need to match that energy for like. And then you've got people who are really all about the detail. They're very calculated. They're very cautious. Now, there's always going to be different personalities that we struggle with to mirror. And I'm talking about, this personality is, for me, it's a C-type personality. I'm very much a high D-type personality. I'm very direct. I'm very blunt, but I'm high energy as well. So I'm a DI. Now, I'm probably mentioning a couple of terms here that are very much butterfly language to caterpillars, if you've never heard this. Stay with me. I'm just giving you a couple of examples of the different types of personalities, right? They all fall into one of four categories: D, I, S, or C. Or like the Americans like to use, it's red, yellow, green, and blue. Okay, now I'm going to use D, I, S, and C because that's what I was taught, and I can never remember which color belongs to which letter. So just bear with me on that. But why this works, right? It's about mind psychology. Our brains are wired from connection. You know, you look at a mum and a newborn baby. You know, when a mum smiles to her newborn baby, what does the newborn baby do? Smiles back, unless there's something that needs to make it cry and it's hungry or it needs a bum change or something like that, right? But when you smile to a little kid, normally you'll see them smile back, or they'll look at you weird and they're trying to figure it out, and then they will come to that point, right? So this helps us to get into that mirroring fact of where our brains work and fire off and the neurons levels. People naturally trust those who are familiar. We're tribal creatures after all. Like, we're created to do life in community and connection and togetherness. And, right back to the caveman tribal days, we wanted to, make sure that we were familiar with our community and our tribe around us. So when we're meeting someone completely new, the fastest way to build rapport with people is to mirror them, is to lean in and make yourself feel familiar fast. When you mirror people in this space, you reduce the resistance without needing perfect words. People don't care, but you can't, what is that saying? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, especially when you're meeting like with like energy and there's a magnetic connection. Right, like I did an introduction for my friend Michael Silvers yesterday, introducing him to Julie McDonald. Now, Julie McDonald is one of Australia's Olympic gold medal, Commonwealth medalist in swimmers in our history. One of the most awarded, medalists in the swimming in that space. If you follow your sport, right? And when I did this introduction, I was doing my edification and introduction space for Michael and Julie. And I said, so Michael is our top Australian, medalist here in the Commonwealth and Olympic Games for swimming. And then I got pulled up and I said, they pulled me up and said, Michael is? And so, yeah, that was a dyslexic moment. Met them where they were at and just had a good old laugh. And then I let them do their own introductions. I stuffed it up. But it wasn't about the words I said. It was about the energy that made it feel comfortable. And we mirrored that energy because the three professional speakers in this space were able to know like for like. And so there was grace and compassion that came into that space, right? So that's just a perfect example of you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. When you match their tone of voice, high energy versus calm, you match their pace. You're a fast talker, you're a slow thinker. It's all about meeting people where they're at. And so it's helping you to be the thermostat of the room. Like, the thermostat will raise the temperature where it needs to be, right? A thermometer will read the temperature and only read, so like that type of thing. So what are you, a thermostat or a thermometer? I prefer to be a thermostat. I'll meet people where they're at with their energy. And then as we get to build rapport and we build trust and we build connection, you can see people come to life. And I will raise that energy with my voice and my tonality and my body language, because I'm all about helping people feel what? Feel good about themselves, feel good about meeting me, feel good about what we're doing together, right? So this is about meeting people where they're at. And we use similar slang, similar language. I talk about mate and legend all the time, but I know that if I'm talking to someone in England, they don't like to use those terms. So they could either take me for who I am, or I will soften it a little bit. And instead of saying g'day, I will say, hi, how are you? I'll meet people where they're at, and I'll normally manage that and mirror that. I'm not going to be fake about it by all means. I'm still going to stay true to me, and I'm going to stay authentic to me, and man, I think I've got a pretty strong Australian accent, especially when I'm talking to people in England and Australia. I'm not going to go change that part about me. I'm not going to go start talking like try to mimic a person in the United Kingdom. That was hopeless, right? But see, that's what happens when you fake it. People can tell through that BS. Or if it's an American, I might play on that, and I'll try and pretend to do an American accent and use my humorous side to it all to bring up the energy levels. But if I go in and start talking like a Yank and, start talking about tanks and, trying to be like Matthew McConaughey, all right, and do that through the whole thing, it's going to come across fake and BS and really dreadful, right? And that was dreadful. People, and that was me turning it up to the extreme. But if you use this tactic as a tool to manipulate people, people are going to see through that bullshit. And I'd rather you use it instead of bullshit and use it for boom source and look for ways to connect with people through authentic magnetic energy. Reflect their vibe. If they're casual, you be casual. If they're formal, you be formal. If they're playful, you be playful. Obviously, your circumstances and your settings will help to dictate how that energy runs as well. That is no point me being too casual and playful when I'm hosting, an episode for the Los Angeles Tribune with Mo Rock, and it's all about that professionalism. It's all about that class and it's all about leaving a legacy impact and helping to serve in that community, right? And so match like for like. But sometimes you got to be part of the leadership and influence the energy to help you to bring it to where it needs to be. But it's understanding how to meet the different types of energy, meet the different types of body language that helps you to be the thermostat instead of the thermometer. It helps you to understand how people like to be communicated with. The people who are great at this love to, really lean in and tailor their message and their conversations, their content, their team chats to meet the energy in the room. Now, I'm not going to go right into the actual profile testing. There are free tests out there to figure out which one of these are. I'm going to give you the 4 categories that are available, and I keep it really simple. And you'll start to recognize these characteristic traits and these personality traits in yourself already. And you'll start to identify with being one versus the other, right? D is for dominant. Dominant equals the driver of the conversation. It's normally your CEOs. It's normally the visionaries. It's normally the leaders that are D. Now, you can be a leader and still be an S and a C, and I know some great leaders who are at that space. But, people are the fast decision makers. They just need big picture. They don't necessarily need the nitty gritty, detail. They do detail really well, but they don't do task really, really well. They'll get bored with tasks, but they can do detail. I'm a high D, fast paced, direct, goal focused, talks about results, keep it brief, let me feel in control. Sarah knows how to help me to feel like I'm in control when really she's the one in control all the time, because she meets my energy and she talks about results and she keeps things brief because we've had to learn to do like for like. Sarah is more of an SI. So normally you have your primary and you'll have a secondary that will sort of match it up for you. For me, it's DI. I'm very strong D, but I can have a bit of the I part of it there. I is for influencer, the life of the party, the real bubbly person. They love bright colors. They're all about keeping it energetic, social, optimistic. They love to bring the energy, bring the excitement. They're the life of the party. They use stories. They make it fun. They can talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles, talking to a deaf dog corner in the round table. Right. So when you get me into my perfect environment where I feel comfortable, that the I out of me comes to life, but I can also match it with being direct and making fast decisions, moving fast. Right. So I've just described me to a T, whereas S is more like Sarah. Right. And most of the world, I can't remember the actual stat now off the top of my head, but most of the world are in this S category. S are steady. They're supportive. They're normally your nurses, your carers, your therapists, a more S type style. They're calm. They're loyal people. They're all about other people first versus them. They're patient. They love to build trust with you, and then sometimes slow to build that trust, but you need to avoid pressure with an S-type personality. If you put them into a situation where they feel pressured, like a high D being dominant and really fast-paced and direct, to a really high S who's all about, you needing to be patient and build trust, see that's going to cause a bit of a conflict of, in that energy, right? But if we start to, the high D starts to bring it down to the S-type personality, and the S-type personality learns to bring it up a little bit, we can meet each other where we're at when we're doing it properly. But as a high D who's working with an S who doesn't know about mirroring, I need to slow it down. I need to learn to be patient. I need to learn how to do things and talk and ask a question and, have a drink. You see me in meetings all the time having a lot of water, because that is me using tools to help me to slow it down, to bring the energy. So I'm coming across and I genuinely am listening, understanding, helping people feel seen, heard, valued, and known, right? A C-type personality is all about being conscientious. Details matter for a high C-type personality. Logical systems, accuracy driven, make sure you give the details over dot, make sure your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed. They're your analytical type people. They're attention to detail type people. A D-type personality will do detail, but not necessarily a major thing for them. Their fast-paced energy doesn't allow them to sometimes, when you're in the environment, to slow down and make sure we've got an I dotted here and a T crossed there, right? A high D-type personality will be okay with making mistakes. They're not perfectionistic, but a C-type personality can be in that space. And there's no right or wrong with any of this. It just is. And when you get a team that actually encompasses all four of these four quadrants, you've got a very healthy, robust team that will go and transform the world together. So when you're working with a C-type personality, give details, answer questions, respect their process, and meet them where they're at. So you're probably attracting people who are just like you, right? And so if you're not getting sales, you're not getting conversations started, you need to look for your prospecting space and go and connect with the right people so you can put the right product in front of them at the right time. But then also, to help you to increase your conversions, you want to start looking for people who are going to be, those people who are going to help you to build your team in a robust way, right? So I know for me, C-type personalities are not necessarily attracted to my type of energy. And that's okay. It is what it is. Because you imagine me trying to work with a team full of C-type personalities. I've been there, done that. It's not a fun place to be. It's not a fun place for them to be, and it's not a fun place for me to be. But I do need the C-type personality, lifted up into the environment to help me balance things out. And they need the D-type personality inside their environment to help them take the handbrake off and things to move faster. See, when we work together and we understand our strengths versus our weaknesses, our higher traits versus our sub-traits, we can then be focusing on playing a higher level game and get into that creative, productive space versus the space where our emotions get triggered and we fall over our feet because our emotions are ruling us. So part of your action and implementation for this one here today is go and practice mirroring. Get into this. This is fun. And you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, especially if you're mirroring their energy. Mirror their pace, mirror their tone, mirror their language. Meet them where they're at and start to play the game. Okay, is this person here in front of me an S-type personality, an I-type personality, a C-type, or a D-type? And so I can look in a room now and can have a conversation with you and I can start to guess. I'm not always 100% accurate, but I can start to meet like with like because of that understanding of that mirroring. So that was my hope for today, is to empower you, to equip you with another tool to be able to help you to be more effective in your role as an influencer, as a network marketer, as in the sales role, to be able to help meet people where they're at so they feel seen, heard, valued, known, and understood, and ultimately loved. I'm going to bring Jade back up here now, and we're going to talk about our new framework that's going to coming up here with a second. Let me just quickly grab what I need here in my notes. So I've got it here in front of me. But Jade, I was playing around with AI yesterday, and I basically said to Chatty, I said, look, I want you to use all of the great books in the marketing arena. King Kong Marketing's got a great book. .com Secrets have got a great book. Simon Sinek, what else we got there? We've got Simon Sinek. We've got Donald Miller. We've got Jim Collins, you've got Dan Kennedy's, No BS book. So bring out all of the great books here, and knowing what we do with the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community and what our purpose is, and our unique selling points and all of that sort of thing, and help us to come up with a framework that will help us to basically summarize everything we do, whether it be the coaching, whether it be the mentoring, whether it be the done for you services. So Jade, here's our new framework. It's called the Voice Framework. It's a community-driven marketing system for purpose-driven brands. So I know Jade, I'm mentioning this to Jade right now, right? Because I know that she's building out a website page for our done for you marketing agency side of things. And she did a brilliant job of building the foundation for our website, and bringing a podcast page in, a speakers page, the done for you agency side of things. If you need someone to really help support you in the branding space and whatnot, like, we're great together as a team, but Jade is one of the best in the marketplace I've seen here. So Jade, V for vision first messaging. People don't follow products, they follow purpose. Before you sell anything, craft your message and answer these questions, yada, yada, yada. So like, we just brought on a new client, actually we're Wednesday, so new client Monday. Jade, you just want to walk through like that experience, what that meant for you, understanding the purpose of our new client.
Oh, just hearing her story and getting to know her. We have a framework that, we have absolutely nailed, and to be able to jump onto a call with someone and really get to know the depth of their why, their purpose, just fills me up. It just shows me that this is why I love what I do and what we do together, right? And it's absolutely just incredible and so empowering to be able to help these beautiful people bring these, whatever they've built, whether it's a product, a service, anything, to life, even though it's already there, but to share it even bigger and to help them grow and scale their business.
Yeah.
Like, what we can achieve with this client is mega.
I know, right? And we're already thinking about new ideas to help her go global and to help her to scale her business. And that's just from that one conversation. And, how to future-proof her business too with leveraging AI. Like, I think that's pretty exciting. And that all come off the back of one conversation, around, vision, purpose first, right? This really is that geeky spot where Jim Collins talks about, the sweet spot there, what brings it all together. And I know as a team, when we focus on serving our clients' purpose and mission, and then we can get into then, okay, what are their problems to stop them, going and achieving their dream, their heart, and then how can we be the solution creator to help them to plug up, X, Y, Z holes and bring in that economic engine to serve both the client and us. That is that true partnership, right? So it all starts with vision and purpose first.
Yeah,
cool. And so O stands here for, in this voice framework, O stands for offer, ecosystem, and the funnel strategy, right? We don't just build funnels, we build a journey to take people from cold to sold, from being a complete stranger to a raving fan. We build an ecosystem based on value letters and micro commitments and helping people to lead with their voice and their message and serve their audience and take people on that journey. So O is offer an ecosystem. I is for influence amplification. And this is actually one of the main things that I saw early on with Shoply and how it could serve what we're already doing, right? So, Jade, let's just reflect back. Let's go back right to when we first started and we decided to go and start our own ambassador program. Like, what was, you were part of the instrumental, process of helping me to work that out. I want to just talk about the before versus after experience. So what was that like for you? Because I know I left a lot of that for you to work out. And what is it like now working with Shoply?
Oh, completely different. Look, building out your own affiliate program and the way that we did it, it was great. It seemed seamlessly at first,
At
but
first.
when you
Yep.
start getting into it, it was clunky, and just problem after problem after problem. And
Yeah.
we were basically doing everything manually in the end. There was
Mm.
no automation. There was nothing easy about it. And it was time consuming.
Yeah. It created another
Yeah,
JOB for us, right? And it was a
yeah,
JOB. It was a real bottleneck, and it was all that
yeah,
mundane, really sort of work that we both didn't really like. So straight away, like I think 2 months into it, we chose to close it down, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
And then,
and
yeah,
so when pressure gets hard, it gets overwhelming and that type of thing. That's what we do, right? So that's why I wanted to highlight our experience, because you need to understand that it's our natural response when we put ourselves into spaces where we feel threatened, where we feel like it's dangerous and detrimental to what we're doing. It's healthy to understand that response, because that's what our body and our stress and our anxiety levels are there to help us to discern. And then you've
yeah,
got to understand, okay, now, right, is this just my body makeup, my brain, my chemicals and all that? Is this is this a real thing? Is this a real saber-toothed tiger coming to try and eat me? Or is this just a made up fear in my head? And I just need to push through it. But that's discernment, that's wisdom, and it's a good mentor in your corner to be able to help guide you through and bounce ideas off, to be able to go through that journey together. And I know Jade and I bounced ideas off left, right, and center in that space, and we worked through it. But here's the thing, right? We pulled back. We sort of took a step back to recalibrate, and then God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, presented Shopley to us only about 2 months after the fact. And
yeah,
so sometimes we don't need to worry about the how of the journey. We need to come back to the why and the what we're doing. And sometimes the how comes and just it says, here you go, you're ready for it now. And Shopley was in our space, and we've been running with Shopley ever since. So, Jay, what would you say is, the biggest thing Shopley sold for us, the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community?
oh, the ease of it all. That that it's not really up to us now. If there's problems, it's not on us. We don't have to. Don't get me wrong. Still have to follow it up to make sure everything's
Pioneering's a little
right.
bit messy, and yeah,
Yes. Yep.
but
As we
it's somebody else's responsibility now, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But the ease of it is so much better. And the
Yeah,
system that they've got in place, yes, of course, they're going to have those pioneering problems. Like nothing's perfect, right?
yeah.
But
Global banking's been fun to deal with, hasn't it?
yeah, yeah. But yeah, just the ease. So it's saving us time. It's saving us energy. My brain is not going to be exploding or having to deal with all of the problems that we were dealing with.
We get to
And
stay in that space where we're happy and we love to serve. That's the best thing
yeah,
about it, right?
absolutely. We're not getting
Mm,
tied down or bogged down with all the other crap that
mm.
comes with it. Right?
So we talked about V is for vision, O is for the OFO ecosystem, I is for influence amplification. So moving into this voice framework here, so we've got C for community content. So it's not just about creating content for the sake of creating content. It's about building an audience and giving them a platform and serving that your community around you, and creating content rhythms that invites people into the community, using your stories and your brand, with that space. And then we have E for evergreen automations and journey optimization. And I know this is where Dave Lovetus plays in this space with his AI. He's always got the operations systems brain and thinking what we can do to help to, make things go further, faster together. So this is your voice system. And it's about creating repeatable, scalable marketing frameworks. And ideally, who we serve are coaches, course creators, affiliate marketers, purpose-driven e-commerce brands, and network marketing leaders. We have just about a product or a service to meet you where you're at, whether if you want to learn how to do this yourself, Great, we've got you covered. You want to learn the basics? Great, we've got the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy. You want to just hand it over to the geniuses and you go and do what you do best and, go and be a great tutor, go be a great skincare product owner, go be a great, leadership in the NLP space. Great, we've got you covered with our done-for-you services and the team behind that. We really do have our own customer value journey pipeline dialed in, and that's what sets us apart. We help you to find your voice. We help you to master your message. We help you to nail your niche. And then we give you the right frameworks and strategy to be able to help your dream and your purpose become a reality. So, Jade, I love working with you in this space. It's been absolutely brilliant. I'm just reflecting on our goals that we set, at the beginning of this year to now, 90 days in. We're at the 2nd of April. It's been a crazy roller coaster ride, but we're smashing goals out of the park, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. Like there's been lots of excuse me, peaks and valleys, and we've had our trials and tribulations of life, and yet we somehow just get through it, right? And we keep on soldiering on. But
we do.
Yeah, from where we were last year to this year it's just massive. We actually have something for everyone, no matter what stage of your journey you're at. We can accommodate everything.
Yeah, we surely can. And if you'd love to jump on a call with myself or Jade and just explore how we can help you and see if we're a fit to working together, I'd love you to just jump on this link. I'm just going to drop it in the Facebook Live here now and go and book in a 15-minute with myself. And what we'll do is we'll swap stories. We'll meet each other where you're at. I'll mirror your energy just so you can see that in action. And we'll explore what it looks like to come play with us. So there's my Calendly link below. Go book in a chat with us. And hey, for those of you who are invited people into this 30-day challenge and you would like to, invite your people to come and have a conversation, just take that Calendly link and go start a 3-way conversation, do the introduction, and let's go. We've got our 10-day mission going at the moment for our action takers who are running with us. We're up to day 4. And I want to give a huge shout out to Abby and Nicole and Zach at the moment, right? Because you guys are putting me into conversations and you're taking massive action. I know Dave just put me into a conversation yesterday as well. And it's brilliant to see people stepping up. So look, what we've set up for this 10-day mission is to simplify it, to help you to leverage us and partner with us so we can go do this together, because we've got a goal to go and double the Laptop Lifestyle Dad Academy. We want to go from 30 students to 60 students in the next 10 days. Now, if we don't hit that goal, okay, great. We're going to be better off than what we were 10 days ago, if you know what I mean. It's aim for the moon, land amongst the stars. If you don't have something to focus for, you're going to flap in the wind and you'll have nothing to focus your attention. So this is what the goal setting is about. It's not necessarily going and hitting that goal, although that is what we're working towards, and that's going to be great when we do. And it's about leadership and navigating and steering the ship, but it's also about the massive action that it takes. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. So I want to celebrate those of you who are taking massive action and getting me into group chats, because we've simplified it. So all you have to do is go start a conversation, go build rapport, go qualify people, go and do the invitation to do the introduction. That's all you need to do, is bring me people into a 3-way group conversation. We'll set them up onto a 15-minute chat. We'll meet that together. It's exactly what Joanne Rolls just did. And we're able to have an awesome conversation together. 20 minutes in, we're signing up a new client. Joanne's now, getting herself $300 commission for the next 6 months. We have a new client who's happy because her dream is now getting fulfilled, and we're getting a team behind her to go and scale her business globally, not just locally. And we get to do what we love to do, and that's serve at that capacity to help other people, have a global impact. So there really is that true ecosystem where we get to rise together. So the affiliate gets awarded, the client gets what they need, we get what we need, we go rock and roll, and we go and rinse and repeat. So that's a simple process. I don't know how much more simpler I can make it. Let's get into it and let's go rock and roll. Now, the model there is duplicatable. It doesn't have to be for the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy or our services, right? You can take that whole model and go transfer it to whatever product or brand that you want to represent. So I just want to leave you with that. Jade, before we go, any final takeaways?
Oh, no, I just love that that I'm a part of all this. And, you know, it's just such a blessing, you know, to have connected with you from just wanting to learn about AI, right?
I know,
And
right?
look where we are today, like nearly 2 years in, and just incredible. The people that we're helping.
And I want to acknowledge you for a second, Jade, because it's been, as you said, almost 2 years in, and it all started from just having a conversation around AI. But this is what servanthood leadership looks like, people. Jade is the epitome of just showing up, just saying yes, and just getting shit done, and just leading with integrity and leading with service. Like I love everything you bring to the team, Jade. Yourself and Dave, you're just the epitome of servanthood leadership. And I know that, that started from our culture, from the, building that as space too. So following that journey. But I just love that the three of us together have really created that vibe and that culture and just leading with purpose and heart. And now we just get to go do that together and serve and help people get from Sucksville to Awesome Town together. It really is a beautiful mission to be on with.
It really is. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow, and we're going to dive into more about that voice framework to give you an understanding of how you can create frameworks to help you support you on your journey. We're going to bring this home. Final 10 days. We're also going to get back into some Spotlight products there on Shoply as well to be able to help support that conversation. Let's go rock and roll. Let's go and achieve our goals and dreams together. Let's go do it with purpose and intentionality. And let's go show up and shine. We'll see you on the next one.